was something, I guess. We were having some issues with
That
the
was.
network. I guess it will be the servers then. There was just a lot of lag. It was just a lot of lagging. We didn't see it on our part first, but then again, we apologize for whatever issues that you guys were facing. Hopefully things are fixed by now, and you should be having like no buffering from our end. But then again, let's talk about the game that we just had. It was Villa Team Heat who really just steamrolled through Team West, with Team West barely managing to just squeeze by with one round, the scoreline being 1-6 at the end. Team Heat looking really, really strong.
That's right. We got to a 7-1 point by the end of the map, which is obvious. But we do have Clubhouse coming up now, which was Team Heat's pick. But you can never say whose pick is gonna work for who anymore. Like we thought the last one was gonna work for West, it didn't. So now this one may not work for Heat. Let's see. And if it doesn't, we might go into the third map, which is
Yeah, could happen.
Chalet, the decider.
That could very well happen. Team Heat will be the ones that are starting on attack this time around, and Team West will be the ones on defense.
That's
Well,
right.
and honestly, guys, I know we did have a lot of issues like a couple of some minutes ago, but then again, do drop in that subscribe button, do share the stream with your friends, and let's just get us to that 400 sub goal.
Yes, and if any of your friends are still stuck on the past one, like hit them up, let them know the stream has been like renewed. We're on a whole new link and
Exactly, yeah.
share it up because that's just something that happens. Technical issues. We really can't do much about it, but we fixed it now. So let's roll with that. Also, our like this is our last semi-final, so we're gonna have the next match, which is gonna be between Super JV from the last match and whoever loses this one, which will be for the third place. And then we'll be moving on to the finals, which is going to be super exciting with the winners of this match and Kira facing off
Yep,
each other in the
that
last match.
that is gonna be one spicy game, and I'm honestly excited to see whoever goes through from it, be it Team Heat, be it Team West. They have been doing exceptional work throughout the tournament. So yeah, whoever wins here does deserve to go up against Team Kira Esports. But then
That's
again,
right.
also let's just not waste any time. It's Team Heat versus Team West going up on Clubhouse. We are gonna go ahead with the match, and it'll be fan phase. That's gonna be the first thing that we can see.
That's right. Before the band phase begins, though, I just want to say by the end of the tournament, I would be really, really glad if you can help us reach the goal of 400. We really want to go there. It's like one of the things that we want to climb up in along with you guys.
Yep. And we are not far off along, so help us get there. Thatcher, man, I haven't seen him left unbanned like in any of the matches, be it ranked. People are banning Thatcher in unranked. Like that's how sweaty it has become. That's how sweaty Siege has
It
become right now.
it feels like Thatcher ban has literally become one of the traditions. It's like you ban Thatcher or you
Yeah,
don't play at all.
exactly. And honestly, it's not that most people are thinking of some sort of a strat that Thatcher just destroys the whole thing, but it's just like, yeah, it's a common thing, and we just ban it. It's become like that at this point.
Exactly. Like earlier, it was Bira and Jackal that used to keep
Yeah,
getting banned like
yeah,
over and over, and now it's Thatcher. It really feels like UB might just take it up as a hint and be like, oh, we're gonna nerf this operator as well because he gets banned a lot.
yep. And honestly, it's not that. And Thatcher has also gone through some sort of changes. Earlier, Thatcher's EMP would destroy destroy mute charges, would destroy the bandit batteries, would destroy carry charges. But now it just disables it for a couple of seconds, and then it just gets switches back online. So it's not like the EMP is gonna destroy everything, but it buys you enough time to open up the wall to get through the doorway or to execute the strat that you have been planning. Wamai and Wamai will be the ban from Team Heat. It's one of those consistent bans that Team Heat has been doing throughout the series, and I'm pretty sure that they really just don't want to go up against Wamai, and they are really focused on making those projectiles work.
That's right. This round, however, instead of Kaid, we see like this map, we see Val getting banned instead of Kaid. So it feels like the defenders really have something, up their sleeve that's gonna surprise Team Heat, like some Kaid strats that's gonna come up.
Yeah,
Which is
and
obvious, like this is Clubhouse, so you do need Kaid to
exactly.
get the hatches specifically when you're in exactly the objective I was gonna talk about.
Yeah, exactly. Either that or AMSC just, I mean, like instill that sort of a fear in them by playing the Valkyrie last time around, and they just don't want to have him running around with the gun that he wants with the operator that he wants.
That could have been a reason as well. I did not think of that one. But yeah.
Probably just a target ban error. Or it could just be that they don't want Valkyrie in this map. It could just be either thing. But yeah,
That's
Kaid
it.
also a very strong operator when it comes to this map. And when it comes to this particular site, because Church and Arsenal, you need to have those hatches stacked for as long as you can. Because as soon as those hatches give in, as soon as the score starts giving in, you are going to be in a horde of trouble.
That's right. Team Heat, however, looks prepared for those. They have Cypher, their main Maverick player, equipped with Maverick, to just go in into those hatches and secure those places for Team Heat.
Yeah, and I'm all for it. I'm all for Maverick trying to cut off the cutting start. I mean, for him to start cutting the walls. Sorry, I can't speak right now.
It's
But
alright.
but then again, it also makes him vulnerable to C4s. It makes him vulnerable to impact that the defenders might be throwing in from below. So yeah, him cutting out walls much more safer than him cutting out those hatches.
That's right. But from all the matches that I've seen in this series, I feel like Cypher and Kakashi are like really strong on their Maverick plays when it comes to cutting through hatches as well. Like
Yes.
I have not seen them get caught by the C4s or the bullets even once over a hatch in the whole
Yeah, exactly.
series.
It just shows how efficient that they are on those operators, And you
Yeah.
can see the smart play coming out of the Hibana of Naughty Urshin. He knew that there's gonna be an impact coming out, so he didn't really expel a lot of his things. The new Hibana change that came up, that you can make variable amounts of Hibana pallets really are coming into play, and he is just using it to his full advantage. He's using it to expel those impact grenades, those C4s, whatever the defenders may have, and because of that, the hatch is slowly starting to get open.
That's right. It feels like Heat is very adamant on pushing through the kitchen. Like most of their players are literally there. Like 3 of them are right there right now, and it was 4 like a minute ago. I mean, not a minute really. That's an exaggeration, but yeah.
Hey,
Someone seems
so
like
in
they're gonna be
case,
pushing in from dirt right now.
yeah, you do want a lot. I mean, multiple pushes coming out, and you just don't want to be stuck on one hatch. But yeah, in case you guys did not know Hibana, you need 4 Hibana pallets to destroy a hatch. It used to be 1, but then they changed it for to make it much more usable, to make those hatches much more protected. So now you need 4 Hibana pallets in order to take away 1 hatch. Fnatic
That's
holding down to dirt with his life. He's still on a lot of HP, wasting a lot of valuable time on the side of Team Hit. 30 seconds on the clock. They still have a lot of work to do. All 10 players in the lobby are still alive, but the defenders, attackers are gonna be the ones who are most aware. They need to start pushing in. They need to start taking those gunfights, and they need to start opening up angles for them to work on. Cypher will be doing just that, taking a fanatical Eagle Eye and AMST, adding on to the Jolly plan, going down by Naughty Ushrid. This is falling apart for Team VES after such a beautiful defense. But then again, now it's all a retake. Pularo started off, taking away the Hibana or whatever was left of her, but he would not be staying up alive for too long because AMST pushes down main stairs, takes away both the Kaid and the Jaeger. Comfortable round on the side of Team Heat. Very good defense on the side of Team VES, but falling short in those last 30 crucial seconds.
That's right. It seems like Team Heat went for a 20-second meta in this round, like just pushing it at the last 20 seconds and still managing to get everyone off the chart because there was not a single person like lost by the round going into like just 30 seconds remaining.
Yeah, exactly. Up until 30 seconds, it was still a full 10 people lobby, but then again, Cyber starting things off, and one by one, the cookies started to crumble.
That's right. It's like, go ahead.
Oh yeah, I was saying the Team West showing up really well, but they have to win those gunfights, man. They have to still be holding on. They're doing everything right up until those last 30 seconds, but when the push comes to shove, they are falling short.
That's right. The last game that they had against Radical Terror, I did notice that Team West is having a little bit of problem in maintaining their aims on head level and like peeking with little pixel positions. So that seems like one of the things they would really need to work on during this game if they really want to stand a chance
10
against
seconds to
Heat,
insertion.
because Heat is very experienced in those things and has a really good gun
5
game
seconds
in their
to
pocket.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you're going up
Attackers
against
must
really
locate and
good
defuse the
mechanically
bomb.
skilled players, you either need to outsmart them, or you need to take those gunfights where
Attackers
you
have
are
dropped
not
the bomb diffuser.
going up head on against them. Because
Exactly.
because you are gonna get shot down, because you are gonna be the one on the disadvantage going up against a player that is better than you. So yeah,
That's right. If I was in this position, I would really try to go for flanks as far as possible. That's the one thing I am like very experienced in doing, considering I used to play at a very high ping when I started. So that's just something that plays in my favor because I'm not good with the gun game. So I just try to get them off guard.
yeah, definitely. I mean, yeah, catching
Attackers
them
have
off guard
recovered their
is one of those
diffuser.
things you can do in Siege, and honestly, it works out really well. There are multiple times where you just need to get one kill, and that's gonna open things up. And as I stated, Ali Jester is gonna open things up, taking away Assassin Neck, the lonesome roamer that was the Vigil.
We still have Smoke holding the dirt very strongly, making sure he doesn't give the control to Team Heat as easily as it happened the last time. Like, I mean, it did happen in the last 30 seconds, but it still happened. We see the Malusi gadget taken out already. Was that
Yeah,
right?
it was a nade that came up sailing up to the top, and it did take away Melusi gadget. So yeah, people walking down straight down through the main stairs did not really have a lot of issue. Full Auto still holding down Blue for as long as he can. Impact Tricks coming out. Yep, it will claim the life, but he misses, and
Attackers drop the
two of
diffuser.
those pellets will be blown up.
Attackers
Floorboard starting to give away. The Heat is putting the pressure on Team VES. It's become really hard for them to stay inside the church, holding on to it. Arsenal, however, is a safe spot for them. They need to push back and they need to hold on for flanks. Full Auto and Eagle Eye both holding on. They know that there's someone up top garage, and he knows, and Ash knows that there's someone staying down below.
That's right. They both are holding really all right. So Ali already took out Malusi. So that leaves us with nothing really. I don't know. The game is this is what happens when people push in the last few seconds. Like in the beginning we're struggling to find what to talk about, and in the end we just have so much going on, it's hard to pick which one to like stick with.
Yeah, honestly, Ali just started turning things up, taking up Thermite to the coveted role of a Fragmite, putting away 3k and a beautiful one at that. But the smart thing here that they did was they switched up the push. The last time around, they were mostly focused towards getting the hatch open, getting towards the dirt open, and pushing in through that avenue. But this time around, they got the wall in church open really quickly. And once that was open, the defenders inside could not move around. They had to hold those angles. They really needed to they really had those port runouts cut off. So yeah, props to them, props to Team Heat for switching things up, keeping things different, and keeping the defenders on their toes.
That's right.
defenders protect your bomb.
It feels like that's one of the upsides of Team Heat. Like they don't try to push in the same way twice ever in the same game, because they believe that the other team has already adapted to it and is switching up their strats accordingly. So
Yeah,
that's one of the plus
Strong point.
sides of
Yeah.
Siege. Like you can always switch up your strat and still have a way of getting in without having to follow the same exact push every single time. And that's
exactly.
what-
Yeah.
Seconds left.
And I'm all for if it ain't broke, don't fix it, era. But then again, if you don't keep on switching the sort of pushes that you're making, the thing is that there is going to be countermeasures put in place, and those defenders are not just gonna let you waltz in and take gunfights and win those every time around. This time around, they might even not challenge you to take those gunfights, and then you're left with nothing to play on. So yeah, switching things up, keeping things fresh is going to be very resourceful in the long run.
Not only for them but also for us, because like we don't want to be sitting here narrating the same exact story to the audience all the
check on
time.
this side. Eagle Eye pushing up, Rush coming in. He's already been cashed. He takes out the smoke. The first guy is down. Eagle Eye pushing in really aggressive. He knows that there's someone under it. He takes someone, he takes someone as well. Coming out on both the frags. takes away the Ash as well, but the Ash will be finally shut down by KT, but his job is done. A lot of damage done on the side of Team Best. That rush really caught Team Best unprepared. I mean, you should have seen the way she was zooming through those bedrooms. She was zooming through the main stairs, and right now we are caught at a stalemate. But the job is done. The damage is done. Now Team Heat can take their own sweet time and push up as long and take as long as they want to, because there's a lot of time left on the clock. But one C4 is gonna claim the life of both the Sophia and Piper. I mean, not the prettiest sight coming in after your strong start, but frags coming in left and right. You guys taking away, chipping away HP from both sides. This time around, you need to get this plant down. KT worse for where he's trying to fake down the plant, but then again, Termite decides to stick it off instead.
This could have been VES's round, but I feel like Kaid just made too much noise before pushing in. Like, that noise is a giveaway against a team which is heavily dependent on all intel cues that can come in. They are very alert about the noise, about the intel that comes in from the drones and everything, like visual, audio, anything. You give them a tiny hint and they're prepared for it. So
yeah, honestly, big props to Eagle Eye for just rushing in through the side, taking away those first 3 kills and opening up a lot of avenues for the rest of Team Heat to do their job. See that C4, yep, it could have turned things around and it did start to do it, but then again, if you're not at the top of your gunplay, you would not be achieving much here, because at the grassroots level, this is still an FPS game.
That's right. I mean, when Eagle Eye walked into Cash, I was like, wait a second, do they even know he's already here? Like, isn't that too quick? For 1 second, I did not even realize that we were watching the perspective of an attacker and not a defender at that moment. And I was like, wait, let me get my senses back. This is Heat person. This is not West person.
Yeah, I mean, he was in really quick. that was something. And honestly, I wasn't expecting it either. But as soon as I saw the gun, I was like, oh wait, give me a sec. This is no one from West. It's a guy from Heat, and it's an Ash.
Exactly.
And that rush was then spectacular.
I feel like the last time, because we talked a lot about AMSC and Ali doing a good game, Eagle was just like, wait a second, let me change your narration this time around.
Yeah, and it's not that AMSC is doing a bad job. It's just that the rest of them are playing so well that AMSC doesn't really have to do a lot either.
That's right.
Yeah, but then the Thermite losing one of his Thermite charges to the Kaid block. Not the prettiest side that you want, but then again, you do have a Maverick, so yeah, a lot of things can still be done. T4 sails out, will claim the life of nobody, but then again does claim the HP of 2 of the attackers. Ali Jester still, the Thermite and the Ash, still a lot of HP. This could be dreadful for them, yep. I mean, 2 C4s, one attacker, not the best odds, but hey, take what you can get, right?
That's right. So we still see the main wall already opened up. It's like still 2 minutes to go into the game. That's like one big loss, because you have given up the site as well as the garage hold, which is very essential for the site. So looks like Cypher and Naughty are gonna be able to push in through there, and
Garage.
that's exactly what they do.
Catwalk been given out, but Assassin next pushing in, getting the trade off, and still managing to take control of Garage.
It still looks like VES is on a advantage here when we talk about man advantage. They have 2 extra people here, and this might just be their round.
Let's see the Mute playing behind the bike motorbike, and he tries to take this fight, dashes the gunfight. He knows that SMG-11 is not going to do a lot of damage on him, and he's trying to take the full advantage of it, but he needs to be hitting his shots as well. And he will. Assassin next goes down, Garage control surrendered to the attackers, and you need to get the clock as well, because there's still a minute 10 left. It's a lot of time for these attackers to work on, but as I say that, KT will gun down whatever was left of Cypher, and this time things not looking good for Team Heat.
Alright, so KT does take the last kill as well and seals the round for VES.
Yeah, that Free Fire came in swinging, wide peeking, and he knew that this guy is gonna peek out around lose his head.
That's right, it was a very ironic round with the main wall already open before you still had like 2 minutes to go into the round and still having the attackers lose there. a really good hold, like kept in by VES to be able to make that happen. Like even after losing the main wall, they still had enough power packed into their hold to get all the attackers out of the play before they could do anything of that advantage.
Yep, this time around, West doing their job, starting to look really good. But I think we should focus our attention towards the Mira for the first time around that has been pulled out.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
Yep. Okay, bedroom hole, Mira. Yeah, sure. I didn't realize it's a bedroom hole, but yeah, yep. The Mira and the bedroom hole is gonna be really strong on the side of the defenders. I really want to see what team Heat has prepared in order to take control of this Mira, because it's a pretty standard setup coming up from the West.
Yeah, it looks. I mean, not trying to say anything wrong. I mean, they may have something very strong in this strat, but it looks like one of those ranked match stats which everybody goes for when it is, bedroom gym.
10 seconds to go.
Something that we always do in ranked.
Exactly, but then again, this it is a good strat, and it is in most of the higher ranked leagues as well.
And defuse a bomb.
Because you need to be holding the jacuzzi as long as you can. You need to be holding on to the hallway, and Mira just provides so much information that you just can't undermine her presence. So yeah,
That's right.
you do need to have that. And Castle just adds on one more. He adds on one more layer of the expansion. You need to take out those castles before you can even start to take out that wall. Eagle Eye again. Maybe he's gonna go on the attack, but then decides not to. Instead, holds down, tries to clear up anyone saying below by full team.
Earlier, I saw Hibana trying to push into balcony, and I was like, okay, wait. I think this is more of the Thermite job, but now we see Thermite has come into that place, and we have 3 of the hard breaches playing here. I think it was 3 last round as well, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
They're
They are consistently bringing up multiple hard breaches.
That's right. They're making sure that even if they lose multiple people, they still have at least one hard breacher playing on their side to make sure they don't have to switch up their push completely at loss of any person.
Yeah, and honestly, it's a pretty smart thing to do. I mean, and honestly, most of the hard breachers in the game have really good guns as well. It's not like they're gonna be lacking with the gun. Hibana's gun is really, really strong when it comes to taking gunfights. Yeah, it may have lesser bullets, but then again, the gun itself is really strong, and it won't take a lot to shoot anyone down. So
That's right.
yeah, hard breaches.
Bomb located by
I'm pretty sure they're undervalued right now.
I like the bearing 9 on Hibana a lot. I don't know if she's carrying it in this game, but that's just one of the
Yeah, the
very
bearing gun
amazing
used to be
guns.
one of those
Attackers
really
have
strong
located a
guns
bomb.
for the SG. All of the SGs got nerfed.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was such a strong gun. AIM actually caught in a very bad position side logistics, but not the Archid providing the cover that was needed, and he will take away the Jaeger soon after getting traded out by Lion.
AMSD does not seem like he's aware of the person coming in from the stairs, but
I
alright,
think he knows.
he is.
He tried, yeah, because he threw a nade, right? So I'm pretty sure he knows. But then again, kills coming out. You don't even have to go for the plan. I think he just coming in straight up gun blazing, and they just want to take the gunfight, get this round or get this match over with as soon as they can.
That's right. It feels like they are aware of the fact that they are slightly better at the gun game than the opposite team, and are using that advantage and not really going heavy on the strat part, on thinking much about how to really push. Just like going in, taking the fight, clearing them, and just moving on with that. Which
Yeah,
is
it
not a
seems
really,
like-
really bad idea. I mean, if you're that confident in your gunfights, you could always go for it.
Yeah, it's true. It's like things are working out for them. They're winning those gunfights. They are confident enough to take the next gunfight. So yeah, just go for it. Why not?
Defenders
All
protect
right,
your bombs
so
from being defused by attackers.
we're going to Church Arsenal again.
And
Wait.
the fact that they lost both the time is the one that they're gonna pick again.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna pick up on. I was like, you really don't wanna go back to the site you've been losing again and again, unless you're completely made up on the point that alright, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna change the whole strat. But so far it looks like they're gonna do the same exact thing all over.
Yeah,
Same
but
placements of Malusi and
technically
Shield.
it was mostly working out for them,
10
but then
seconds
again,
left.
it only fell apart in those last 30 seconds or so. So if this time around Team
5
West
seconds
can
left
keep their
before
composure
insertion.
and be as effective as they are throughout the round in those last 30
Attackers'
seconds as
objective is to
well,
locate a bomb
they
and
can
defuse
still
it.
bring this one back because they were doing a good job all throughout the match. And this time they have switched out Assassin next to the Maestro, which will be providing very valuable information.
That's right. So we do have the same number of heart breaches all over again. It wasn't the same when they played this objective before, I guess, if I'm not wrong.
I think the head trade, the Milus is gonna be the one that is first gonna be coming into any sort of engagement. She takes away Cypher, but soon gets traded out by Eagle Eye. The Maverick being lost, not the best thing, not the thing that you wanna see, but they still do have 2 more heart breachers, so that's something that's working out for them.
That's right. They have made sure to clear the upper floor, and it feels like they already have done that job. And all the defenders that remain now are in the objective and dirt. It looks like they're going
But
for
here's the
kitchen
thing that they
again.
still haven't cleared out they still haven't got kitchen hatch open or the motor hatch open, so that's a lot of rotation. There's a lot of rotation for Team West. They need to start opening up the floors. They need to start taking away any of those rotation opportunities for Team West, because otherwise, the push is just not gonna happen. You can't be all linear when you're trying to push it off. Really smart play coming up from the Jaeger, stealing off Blue, because he knew that he's wasted a lot of time. He knows that he's wasted enough time that he needed, and now he can just fall back inside and hold it on there.
That's right. Both the hatches have opened up by now, it seems like, and that's just playing in the favor of the attackers right now. That was a very careless kill on Ash. Like, Ash was really careless at that point, and so was.
KT popping off, just being in the right position at the right time and hitting those heads left and right. He is not missing his shots, and he has been doing a lot of work. Just throughout the map, you have to give him props for that. Yeah, he's doing a lot of work throughout the map. And Kayed's gun, the AUG, is not the same as IQ's AUG, and he's not the best gun to be having. But he's making it work. He's hitting those shots, and he has been doing it really well.
That's right.
4-2 this time around. The scoreline does look better on the side of Team Heat and Team West, but round has been switched this time around. Team West on attack and Team Heat on defense. The advantage still on the side of Team Heat, not only because of scoreline, but given the fact that this is a defender side map and they were able to squeeze out 4 rounds on attack.
That's right. They have changed their mute to Jaeger though. And from what I remember, their Jaeger is pretty much mostly dying before he gets to really, like, involve himself into many gunfights. But let's see if having changed the person who plays Jaeger does anything better for them. Because, like, from I remember, I think Cypher was the one playing Jaeger for them in the last map.
Yeah, he was. He was the one
Yash.
mostly playing Jaeger.
Yeah.
Pretty standard defense coming up on the side of Team Heat. I mean, there isn't really something special that you can do on here. You just have to get this done anyways. So yep, so getting those done. But I'm excited to see if they're gonna bring out the extended like SSG kind of roam, or are they just gonna be playing much more close to side? Because once the side has been given out, you really can't be rotating a lot on this map. So that's one of those issues that comes out with a big extended defense.
Right. So it seems like Cypher is gonna be roaming right now with Malusi. Pretty optimal choice as such.
Yep, he does get droned out. They know that there's an attack defender playing up somewhere close, and he does manage to drop out the thermite. That is a big frag on the side of Cypher. He did run out of bullets on his gun and was forced on the reload, but soon after getting traded. But here's the thing, he took away the thermite and that's a hard breacher. So yeah, he has done his job. His gadgets have already been placed. They're gonna be doing its work even after he's dead. So a lot of work done on the side of Cypher.
That's right. However, West seems like they have replicated the exact lineup that Heat had when they were attacking, and that is playing in their favor right now because now they have extra heart breaches that can go in for them now that the might is already lost cause.
You're right, and I didn't even notice that. So, yep, good. They have been.
All right,
That's actually a good job.
there comes a C4 kill if it's gonna be. All right, if he actually triggered it right then, it could have been
Yeah,
his kill.
that's a Macy JC4 coming out right then, and he doesn't even have to use it because he just decides to straight up head on barge in, not even drone or get a. I mean, he did know that there's a bandit thing closer, but charging up straight up like that, and when you have a vertical grip, not the smartest thing.
That's right. We see Assassinx trying to drone out the kitchen,
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
probably for Nomad, or Nomad just decides to go to dirt. I guess. Yeah. So we have full auto,
Attackers recovered.
still droning. I mean, they're trying to make sure that the upper floor is clear, and it's taking a little bit longer than usual because, I mean, it is clear. You know it by now. You've seen all of it.
The motor hatch will still remain in place, and there's a lot of time remaining on the side of Team West. They really need to be pushing in. Dirt control has still not been given up. Alujester is still holding strong and will manage to take away full auto. He knows there's someone else there. He's ready for it to peak, but KT decides not to do that and rotate instead. But look at that. But if you look at that, Eagle Eye moving on, taking away the rope cape, pushing up into the kitchen and taking away the last some attacker that was the Nomad.
That just goes on to tell us that being too cautious also does not really help. Like, being cautious is fine, but Nomad switched her push all through the round. Like, in the beginning, she wanted to go from the kitchen, then she moved back to the dirt, then came back to the kitchen, and still just.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like Team Best has are being forced to keep on changing their strats left and right, like without accomplishing really much throughout the round. So, yeah, adaptability is a really good thing, but you can't really be expected to keep on switching strats mid-round from left and right. You need to invest time onto what you're doing and keep on pushing in. Either way, the Nomad didn't really have enough time to gun down 4 of the defenders and get the plan down. So that round was pretty much done for as soon as they lost control of dirt.
That's right. Also, from the plays, it feels like West was not really prepared for coming in with that many breaches, and they are just literally making the strat on the move right now because they did understand that they need more hard breaches, but now picking out which one goes from where, because that is really essential to know which one pushes from where, considering you have to make sure that you're still able to make it through the breaches, and make sure that if anyone is lost, there's someone who's close enough to come back and help with the same exact push. I think they're going in a little bit unprepared with the change in lineup.
Yeah, it does seem like it. Yeah, it definitely does seem like they're not practiced enough or well versed with the sort of strategy are trying to execute. But I mean, you can still try and do it. You can still try and get the job done. Because you have really good operators, and Fanatical really being cautious of someone just running out and trying to claim his life. Yeah, so smart play out there.
I would be more than happy if West gives us a comeback right now because that just makes the game more and more exciting for us to watch and less and less predictable to go through.
Thermite will be finally able. Yep, he will finally be able to get the wall out. The breach is done, but the problem with breaching one side in that way is that there's still a lot of wall left, and you still need to check those corners because Cypher will be sitting down pirate stairs, and this honestly is one of the freest kills that Cypher's ever gonna get because the Hibana didn't even have her main gun on her hand.
That's right.
She had the X-Carrow's gun, that's not gun damage. Not gonna do anything.
That's right. So full auto is trying to push in from. Okay, he is droning right now, so not pushing really. My bad.
They
spots
still don't.
Lucy.
They still have no idea as to where the Jaeger is playing. His flanks are gonna be pushed. His flanks are gonna prove to be the detriment of Team Heat because they need to know where he is. They need to know where the flanks are gonna be coming from. Without that, he can just swing in late round and try and take away anyone that is left. Only now will he be drawn.
That's right. Ashit is holding a really, really efficient point right there between these sides. Like, DT already knows Ashit is in there, but it's really hard to get an angle on him right now.
Attackers bomb the
AT
diffuser
for
has
some
been
reason
dropped.
just runs in and loses his life to AMFC. Frags coming in left and right. Both Full Auto and DT will add one to their tally and take away those remaining attackers. The diffuser has been dropped, however, and there's still Cypher roaming around.
That's right. Cypher has gone unspotted this whole round so far. Like,
Yeah,
He's
he's gone into CCTV. He's got multiple frags. They rotated down, gone through bar and back up to the bedroom.
it seems like Jaeger is the new Vigil.
Exactly. DT, while trying to sit on the wall, does manage to somehow take away the bandit. I'm pretty sure he was playing on for the C4, but without a lot of, being dead doesn't really matter because you won't be able to use a C4. Cypher again, playing it really well. Get great game sense coming up from him, and then it will be who else would it be other than Cypher to end the round?
Was it a 4K from Cypher? The
Yeah,
last
it
two
was.
kills
It
are his,
definitely
yeah.
was a 4K.
That was a really brilliant play. I don't think any one of the attackers saw him coming. He caught each one of them off guard from the behind, and oh my god,
Exactly.
that's
Yeah,
a really sneaky play.
that is really good game sense, really good gameplay on the side of Cypher, and really poor droning on the side of Team VES.
Yeah, Cypher just came back as Jaeger just to prove to us that, like, alright, whatever you think, I'm still a very amazing Jaeger. Even if I'm giving the position to not Yashut for now.
Yeah. Well, CCTV cash room will be the side of choice for Team Heat this time around. Assassin next, we'll switch on to Ash. Will we see the same Ash rush that we saw from Eli, or will it be a much more
Attackers need to locate and
slower
defuse
down
bombs.
standardized play that is gonna be happening?
We finally see West moving to their
Attackers
comfortable
discovered the
operators,
location of a bomb.
and that might play in their favor, like, really well.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you're trying out a strat and it's not really working out, it's much better if you just move onto your comfortable operators and try to get it down that way instead. You always are gonna have more time to practice the strat and get it, fine-tune the tiny little details that have not been working out. Fine-tune all the nooks and crannies that you want to. But yeah, moving on to the operators that you're comfortable with are also always gonna play out in a better way in your end.
That's right. One thing that always happens to me when I'm playing rank is sometimes I switch it up and I become a Rooney or Malusi, and then I'm standing next to a door waiting for it to tell me to put my Capcan traps because I just don't remember I'm picking an operator I have never played before. So that's also one thing that just
Okay, yeah, that's something, I guess.
yeah.
Oh, Assassin, hard creatures doing their job. While will already get open with the first 30 seconds. Really good at on the side of Team VES. This time
That's right.
around, they're gonna move on ahead. I'm really excited to see what sort of push that they're gonna try and get it, because usually what you do is you wanna take away the garage control. You wanna get the guy off the catwalk as soon as you can. But this time around, Team VES are not at all focused on that. Maybe that changes later on, but for now, they really aren't doing much about the guy. Instead, focusing much more in a linear fashion towards the garage, or towards site, or towards the bedroom.
Aruni
Maverick
did
gets
get
caught
drawn.
out by Cypher again. His roam has been really good throughout the game, this map.
That's right, and I mean he got droned out already. I feel like there was some lack of communication in West. That's the reason like DT did not already know that Aruni is lurking around there to get a kill on him.
Yeah. Yellow pings coming out. Assassin next finally taking away Cypher. Jaeger is being pinged as well. He is on his camp and he doesn't really know that he's getting pinged. that's kind of awkward because
Bomb
you can't really
located by
push in
attackers.
because you know that there's multiple defenders playing there. But then again, he is one of those free kills that you're gonna get, and he gets gun done. I have no idea what Ashut was doing for so long on his camp.
That too in a position which is held just by him. Like the whole garage was kind of dependent on Jaeger.
Yup.
So shouldn't have been the move to go for. But let's see if Ali can pull this off.
Oh, he couldn't. And the round goes, round goes on the team of Team Fest. Assassin next doing a lot of work this time around, pushing in, taking those gunfights, being the Ash that he should have been throughout the game up until now.
That's right. We are seeing quite some rounds this time. Many
Yeah.
more than the last game.
Exactly, but we still have to keep in mind that the score is still 6-3. It is still match point on the side of Team Heat, and all they need is just a singular round to push them to the grand finals. And Team Best, unfortunately, will have to move on to a third place fight if this goes out in the side of Team.
That's
But yeah,
right. Also,
a comeback is still possible.
that's right. A comeback is always possible. We've seen in the game of DT versus Namak. But like, I don't know. I mean, it is a defender-sided map, so makes a little bit more
Attackers need to
sense
locate
on
and defuse as
Heat's
many
side
bombs as they
so
can.
far. But we'll see. I
Last
would
time
love for
around-
a comeback to happen because then we get to move to Chalet, which has not been played that often. So
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, yeah, but then again, Chalet has been quite a bit of play this time around. You know, after being released on from its quarantine. So yeah, but then it is still one of those lesser played maps as compared to OG maps like Clubhouse, Oregon, or you know, Cafe,
Villa.
sort of like maps like that. Yeah.
yeah,
10 seconds
we
remaining.
saw really little coastline, really little consulate, and
5 seconds
really
left
little
before
Chalet compared to all the other maps. I don't know. Siege community just does not like the letter C, I guess.
Attackers must locate and defuse a bomb.
Yeah, but honestly though, I do really like Clubhouse. I'm sorry, not Clubhouse, but I mean I say it was Coastline. Clubhouse, yeah. All the other maps are really good, but Coastline, the fact is that even though you're down a lot, you don't really need a lot of stretch. You can just still run in, get those gunfights out, and still manage to somehow win it. And honestly, it's a very sunny map, and I like sunny places, so you know, Coastline just plays in my favor.
That's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Like I like the colors of coastline. It's very bright, very
Yeah, you know, like it's just such
jolly.
a bright map, and it just puts you in a better mood altogether.
exactly. In a game like
Dude,
Siege, you
yeah.
need a good mood.
Do you remember the Hereford base rework? That as soon as the music comes up, it just puts you in a depressing mood, man.
It does.
I'm like not even kidding you. And one of those, it was such a bad map. Such a bad
It
map, Hereford.
Even after the rework.
Even after, yeah, it was worse after the rework actually.
That's right. That's right. Hereford probably is one of the worst reworked maps that there are.
Yep. Eagle Eye getting Cypher getting cracked. He does spot the head off, but then with his gun picking up a red there. Full auto pushing up, not realizing that the band is playing up behind. He does manage to take away whatever was left of Cypher, but then soon after gets traded out by full auto KD because he knows that there's a guy playing close to him. Eagle Eye manages to claim the life assassin next to the C4. A lot of action going in those first 30 seconds on the clock. Dude, and up, and we still need to realize that the fact is that the site is fought slower. It's in Church and Arsenal, and you know, Team Best losing all three of their attackers on top doesn't really bode well. Eagle Eye still managing to scrape by with at least 25% of his HP, but scratch that, he has no HP right now because Fnatic will claim the life with a headshot.
We see
Still a lot
DT
of
trying to
work.
push in.
Yeah, still a lot of work left on the side of Team Best. They need to get those hatches open. They need to push down. They need to open up dirt, take control of all the sides. As of now, they have, honestly, map control is null from them at this point.
That's right. We still all right. So smoke is not letting anyone in from dirt, and the fact that the hatches are electrified, they're gonna need more than just that hard breach to like
Exactly.
vault into it.
They're gonna need more than just opening up sides. This time around, they're just gonna need that exceptional gun skill because 20 seconds left on the clock, not a lot, and they have to funnel in through those doorways because there is just no other way for them to push. And those three doorways Yep, all of them are being
15
covered by the
seconds left.
Fixtures.
Exactly. AMST is watching out
10 seconds
for
remaining.
Hibana, from what it seems like, and then
Nope.
he gets him.
Yeah. Well, both the kills coming up right next to each other with Team Heat coming up on top. Again, taking away the map Clubhouse. Time around, Team Heat moving on to the grand finals with a scoreline of 7-3 and 7-1.
That's a pretty one-sided game to say so, but still,
Yeah.
good job by Team West. Like they did go for a really strong hold when they were trying to defend. Sorry, not defend. When they were trying to attack in Clubhouse, because like Team Heat did not seem like they were willing to give up any rounds, but still managing to go in with those is commendable. So yes,
Yeah.
very well done, West.
True. Team West really did bring in a better game. But yeah, there are still a lot of things that they might need to work out, and I'm pretty sure that they're gonna be doing just that after this thing is over, because they can look back at the VODs and realize that these are the mistakes that they have been making, and they can really play it off of that in order to improve, and that's how you're gonna improve. And you play against a better team, you see that these are the mistakes that you have been making, is what's gonna help you improve in your own gameplay.
That's right, and this is not the end. You're still gonna have one more match, Wes, against Super JV, where you can try to prove your
Yep.
metal. Maybe
The
work
third
on those
place
strats with more hard breaches in it, and polish them up a little more for the next match. I
Yep.
mean, that would be my suggestion if anyone needs it.
Third place game is still gonna happen day after tomorrow. We still have one more game. It's gonna be Team West versus Team Super JV. It's gonna be the third place game. It's gonna
That's
happen day
right.
after tomorrow, and the finals are gonna be there soon after. We do have an announcement. There is a tournament coming up pretty soon, so I'm gonna suggest that you guys follow us on our socials. You can join up our Discord server, which is really, really booming up right now. And you can also join up on you can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whatever you guys are on. Share this stream with your friends. Share this stream with your coworkers if you are working. And honestly, if you have multiple phones in your home lying around, just subscribe with all of them, man. Subscribe with all of them. Just get us to that 400 sub mark.
Yes, and not only follow and subscribe, also turn on the notifications because you really don't want to miss out on the next competition coming up.
Yep, the next game will be the third place game, and following that will be the grand finals. And yep, I'm not at liberty to say anything, but yeah, there is a new tournament coming up right after we are done with the Siege tournament. So
Exactly.
join
We're
up
not
on
gonna give you
Discord,
any leaks.
follow us on socials, and that's the only way you guys are gonna know what it is. And it's gonna be a spicy one, I can tell you that.
Okay, now I am excited about finding out what it is. Why am I so curious? Please tell
Yeah.
me.
Like maybe I'm at liberty, maybe I'm not at liberty, but I'm not gonna. I can't.
I don't
can't
even
say
know.
anything,
Even
right?
if I had the liberty, I wouldn't be able to tell you anything. So like,
Okay, so I
just
didn't
do
know
what
that.
I
Yeah,
do.
okay, fine. So since you guys don't know about it, I guess you guys are all gonna find it out together. But yeah, it's something that's coming up really soon, and it's we're gonna be proceeding it with right after we're done with the Siege tournament. But honestly, today has been such a fun game. It was such a good game. Team West falling short in a couple of places, couple of avenues, when teams keep showing up why they have been doing so well throughout the tournament. But that'll be it from our end. I'm Nerf. I was joined by my co-caster Anna. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream, and if you did so, like, share, and subscribe. And good night to all of you. See ya.
Good night. Good night. Good night.
Use it.